All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Catfish Weekly. Along with Josh, I'm just me. We're
It's
missing.
just me. It's
We're
just
just.
me and you tonight.
It's just me
So
and you tonight. So Lyle is very tired. That that trip around the world, delivering to hundreds and hundreds of millions, probably even billions of little bitty dockery-sized children, wore him out. So he is not fully recovered yet,
yeah, he
but
is Benoit Fishing Outdoors just put our last 2024 episode recapping the entire year. Happy and sad at the same time, but here's to bigger, better, and more memories in 25. Nothing wrong with that.
I would do the same. But I hardly recorded anything this year.
I I didn't do a whole lot this year. This
So
year got away from me though.
yeah,
I mean, it was summertime and then it was Halloween. It
yeah.
was like I'm messing with my laptop back
Oh,
here.
you're fine. But no, that's what I was talking about the last couple weeks, man. Is after the Mendota trip spoiled, it was
Mhm.
like super fast summer, and then we started working on trying to get the house ready to sell and all that, and then moved, and work's been kind of a little bit different, kind of crazy, but hopefully 2025 will be a much better year, more productive and more enjoyable because I did not get to enjoy the year like I wanted.
No, you kind of stayed real busy too. That was, and they
Yeah,
had you all over the country
I
traveling, which that doesn't help.
I've been as far as southeast Florida to Texas, all the way up to Chicago,
And
so,
then
and all kinds of places in
we
between.
pretty much lost the month of March because of Christina having to travel stuff for work.
Yeah,
So
well, we're starting to get a couple people in here. I'll say hi real quick to Down East Outdoors, Benoit Fishing Outdoors, Two Stands Fishing, Dead Sea Pirates Fishing, 922 Crappie Barbecue, Rowdy Royal, Joe Buck 66, Creole Cat Fishing, Cool Cats Fishing, Wabash Nate, Catch Fish with Us, Grumpy Vet. What's up, Michael? And Mr. Sampy.
did you get Creole?
I did. We were just talking about that guy. I ain't gonna say what we said about him, but
I was sending him pictures the other day. I made shrimp and grits on the Blackstone,
mm,
and I sent Creole pictures, and it got the Creole seal of approval. So that to me was an ego boost. That
well, I just bought two really large pots to
yeah.
cook in because I didn't have anything to make a big old pot of chili like I wanted, and I finally got my mom's recipe. And I went shopping. I got a smaller. It's an 8 quart, but then I got a bigger one too. And I was just sitting here thinking today. I was like, I could get some Creole recipes and make me
Oh,
like a
big old
big old
batch of gumbo or something.
something. Speaking of eating and food, there's Mr. Fishing and Cooking with Mike Chavez.
He knows about both.
Mm-hmm.
He makes some tasty stuff.
What's up, Jersey? Oh, Creole said he officially made me jealous of that Blackstone.
I can't take all the credit for that one because I saw that one on a video of Bruce Mitchell, Bruce the Alligator Man from
Mm,
Swamp People. He does
yeah.
Blackstone videos now, and he
Right.
shows how to cook stuff. And
Is he on the Blackstone YouTube channel?
he's on the Blackstone
Right.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. I watch him from time to time.
I watch him, and there's a few of them on there that I like to watch. So
Oh.
let's see, we got Ted. I
Oh.
was hoping you'd be down in my neck of the woods this week.
We were hoping to be able to do that again this year, Josh, but unfortunately, D for first off couldn't take off of work because of the other people that was already off.
Oh
I
yeah,
I could have taken tomorrow off, but it just wouldn't be right for me to come down there without her. You know?
No, I don't. I don't blame you there one bit. Now it's going to definitely be a bank fishing day tomorrow, because they're already talking wind gusts up to like 40 or 45, which will
Oh
make that
wow,
yeah, that'll make that lake way too dangerous to be on in a boat.
well, that's like Saturday. I went out fishing. Um, the wind wasn't too bad. We was expecting some rain. Never really got it. Um, it felt misty for about 5 minutes, and then that was about it. You know, I got home, and probably about an hour after I got home, the rains unleashed down here, and
Mm.
then all night and all day yesterday, the winds were just nonstop. It was like 25 mile an hour, 30 mile an hour winds, and then gusts. I don't even know how much they were.
Yeah, it was windy down here yesterday too. We did our last Christmas of the season on Saturday. We went up to Christina's family's and did our last Christmas with them, or did our Christmas with them, and we on the way back we started hearing noises from the brakes. So I'm like, well, it's time to do front brake pads on the Tundra. So Sunday, I got up, we ran down and got the stuff, the brake pads and rotors, and uh, I commenced to doing those, and I'll be damned if I didn't have to end up buying a caliper too.
Really?
I got it all out there, and the boot on the passenger side caliper was all tore up, and the piston ended up popping out on its own. So
Wow. What's up, Lance McCoo guy and Greg Burgess?
here's speaking of my wife, there
And
she is.
there's your beautiful wife. We're expecting it was well now it's saying 3 to 5, but it's saying it was saying 5 to 8 inches of snow this coming Sunday.
Oh man,
Our Palmetto Cats.
yeah, they're talking about potential of pretty strong winter storm coming in. So
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I was just checking tomorrow. We got 20 mile an hour winds here, so I don't know what the gust will be, but it'll be quite crazy. I had considered, hey Mister V, I had considered going out, again on this past Sunday, and when I went and looked and it said 25 mile an hour winds, I was like,
no, it ain't
I could,
worth it.
well, I could figure some way to duck out of the wind a little bit, but it wasn't worth it to me to be beat to death out on the river. And then what makes it worse is trying to drive home from anywhere now. Hey, that's hot.
It's hot. I tell you for sure.
Well, trying to haul a boat in 40 mile an hour gusts,
Oh yeah,
especially the wind here. It was coming out of the south and it shifted coming out of the west yesterday. We ran up um, about 25, 30 minutes north of us here to go to the store, and it was blowing. The gust was jerking the truck everywhere, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to be doing that with the boat." I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, Sean T, I was wondering about you and Creole and everybody down south
Wow, tornado Saturday, huh?
Saturday. Yeah, there was a heck of an outbreak Saturday. We were watching Ryan Hall. He was live most of the day.
What's going on, Sean T? I'm glad you guys are good. All right, though.
Let's see, there's that.
Oh, I'll take. Yeah, Mr. V says snow. There's that four-letter word. Not quite as bad as wind when you're fishing. Amen. I'd rather take
No,
snow any day than just the wind. I can't.
yeah, I can deal with the snow. It might put me on the bank, but
Well, I mean, the wind is aggravating as can be, but when it's cold, it's even worse. If you can't get out of the wind in the cold because it just makes your bones hurt. Ooh, Cool Cat says they're saying 6 to 10 inches of snow. Hectic week for the winter blues. Hey, if you've never fished the winter blues before, you can expect that will be the week that all hell breaks loose right
mm-hmm.
before it or during it.
Yep, there will
When it comes to
be
weather.
that there will be a cold snap or an ice storm or something,
Or all of the above.
or all the above, if Chad hosts the Winter Blues. That's just,
What if I have somebody else host it? You think the weather turn around?
well, I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
Hmm. Bugman says he's only 21 miles from his hotel.
Oh, nice. Bugman's coming up here tomorrow for the Baldwin Bash, so he's getting close now.
Well, now that I thought, if I would have known before Buggy was, well, you said the boat, it ain't gonna be boat weather. My boat would be fine, I think, but
Yeah, it'd be. The good thing about it is the wind's supposed to switch overnight. And we've had south winds now for the better part of a week. And tomorrow it's going to switch to the northwest. So the good thing about it is all that plankton has been blowed up to that north end of the lake, and bait fish should have followed.
mm-hmm.
Blue cats should have followed them. Uh, Not gonna lie, I could go for some colder temperatures for Baldwin, but we can deal with that.
What's your temperatures gonna be tomorrow?
I think it's supposed to be in the four. I think it's supposed to be like one of those days where you get your high temperature at midnight and it just falls all day. It's
Oh yeah,
supposed to be in the mid 40s, but
yeah. Still, that might be one of the warmest days at Baldwin you guys have had up there.
oh yeah, man! I tell you what, I was out a few weeks ago on Crab Orchard, and the water temp was upper 30s, somewhere in there. Um, then I was out last week, and it was in the 40s again. And I went out there today to catch some bait, and I found water temps in the low 50s. So I said, it's definitely turned over on us.
Well, it was nice because all the creeks around here were starting to freeze over, and we've had such a nice warm snap and warmer rains that
Mm-hmm.
it actually warmed the creeks and the river up a couple degrees. So
And that's what we were. The north part of the lake there was starting to. It was surface ice. It wasn't nothing thick, but the shady spots were getting where they had some ice on them, and that's long gone now. So.
well, I know the one day that we launched in the creek and there was ice, it was 35 degrees. Yesterday we saw 43 or 44 degree in the creek, but the
Hmm.
river temperature was 41, which normally the river temp is,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
you're getting to that to where it's changing over where that shallower stuff is actually a little bit warmer right now.
It was Dead Sea Pirates fishing. I think I saw something today where he's getting close to 1,000 subs. So
Oh, nice. We'll go check out Dead Sea Pirates fishing then.
I think he hit the 900 mark or so, which is quite the accomplishment on its
Oh, look
own.
at that.
Go check him out. Help him get to 1,000.
Sean T says one good thing though, I became a grandpa 2 weeks ago, and man, let me tell you, it's the best feeling ever.
Man,
Congratulations, Sean. That's awesome, man.
congratulations, buddy.
I hope to be a grandpa one day and say at least 10 years from now, if my daughter is listening to me. Not that she ever does, but
No.
I did get messaged that somebody will be in the basement here in a few minutes, but to leave them till the other one gets in. So
Who's sending me what now? Oh, no, you don't need one. No, you don't need one. Shouldn't need one, Jerry. Let me see here. Right guests. Get that. If it kicks me out, know that I've left trying to
nah,
get.
don't worry.
All right. Jerry, I just sent you the link again, buddy.
I'll say I sent them both the link. Keep,
Dockery!
keep Josh and let the others go, and this would be a great show.
Oh, man. Could you imagine if it was me and Dockery up here? We'd have to have one Monday a month where we just, take the gloves off and just
I'm
say
saying
whatever.
I think you would have to start these shows out with a disclaimer video.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But so you guys got? I know I seen a live posted for tomorrow. So what time is that going to happen for folks, and where?
8ish, 9ish, somewhere in there. I know they open up the gates at Baldwin around 8 o'clock. So
Oh, then you don't want to go live until at least 9, so you get everybody set up.
yeah, everybody's got to walk
ready
up
to
there. I
go.
mean, Jerry Parker would take off running down the bank, but
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit more about this. Hold on one second. Really? I ain't bringing that jerk-hole up.
who do I know? Ah, there he is. Oh,
Gentlemen,
damn. We got 2 for the price of 1 here.
Up, Danny hit a button.
We're gonna. I
Hey,
say
Uncle
we
Lou.
vote, I say we vote Danny to read chat.
Danny hit a button,
Danny kicked himself out. There he goes.
and now he thinks he's in TikTok mode. God, Lord, he hung it. Look, he hung out with Jerry Parker on the bank 1 or 2 times recently. Oh, look, he did it again. He gone. What a jagwagon. Where? Did you do that, Josh?
I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know why. Okay.
Yeah, it overlays the chat.
I gotcha. Yeah, sorry, Danny got me all turned off here. So yeah, Danny's coming in on TikTok mode because he's been hanging out with Jerry on the bank so much.
hey, for your information, I haven't done a live on TikTok in over a year. I've just been putting content up.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Jerry!
Yes.
Oh, hold on. We had to put it back up. If you would like to support Lyle Stokes' bass fishing habits, you can always click on this here link with your little smartphone and say, I want to buy lures. Anyway.
He gets so mad about that.
He does. That's okay. He's not here to defend himself.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, he takes a night off. It's whatever happens.
So Jerry, tomorrow's the Baldwin Bash, man.
Yes, I think it's our 3rd year doing this. For you guys don't know what it is, there's a lake in Southern Illinois. It's a power plant lake. Anybody that wants to come, you're free to come up. We'll be bank fishing tomorrow because the wind's gonna have some high winds. I am gonna bring my boat because there is a couple individuals that may have an issue walking up there. The wind's supposed to be hitting the back of that levee, so I'm thinking I may be able to go across the lake, to get over the levee to drop some people off if need be. So I'm gonna kind of play it, looking at the lake when I get there. So, but I will be on the bank, once I get there, just using the boat as a taxi to get a couple individuals over. So.
So this is only the 3rd year, though?
I think it is, isn't it?
Is it really?
You sure this ain't the 4th year of it?
I would think almost the 4th.
Man, I don't know. I can't remember. I know.
Well, let's see here.
Maybe it is the 4th year. Heck, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I know D and I have been there the last 2 years. Last year we were on a boat, and the year before that we were on the bank. But it seemed like you guys did it the year before that too.
Maybe we did. Who knows?
I know we've done at least 3, but I think that it might be 4. I'm not 100%. Creel said we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for guests now.
Wow.
Well, Josh messaged me and he's like, "Man, what are we gonna do tonight?" And he's like, Do we have any loser friends that don't have anything else to do but come hang out with us for about an hour? And I was like, well, I can't think of any, body in particular. The only losers I
Well,
can think of are Danny and Parker.
Chad was sending me multiple messages begging me, pleading with me to come up. And I was like, I guess.
Oh, shoot.
So,
Well, I
but
think
yeah, guys, we'll be live balling. We usually catch a ton of fish. Usually catch a lot of fish. No, usually no monsters, but it's just a good time hanging out with everybody, So, but we'll be live. We're going live around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Around 9 a.m. Central Time. Maybe a little sooner, depending on if we can get set up a little quicker. So we're gonna see how it goes. But like I said, guys, come in. I'm gonna have a couple like Josh. I'm gonna get Josh in the morning, give him the link and everything, so he can control panel and everything. Well, Danny will be up. So there'll be at least three of us with different camera angles down the bank. So we learned our lesson the first year. Everybody was so scared out, we weren't able to catch all the action. And figure if three cameras going, we should be able to catch all the action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the first time Baldwin came into the scene was Winter Blues with Jerry and
Rob.
Rob.
This is the 5th year of the Winter Blues tournament. So,
and proud to say we set the new standard for the Winter Blues. Me and Dunnigan after you. So,
what was the new standard? Please inform us.
Oh yeah, that 5-pound rule.
Yeah, the 5-pound.
Oh yeah, that's the year you all caught like 180 fish and only 2 of them counted.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember when you guys did that at the Winter Blues.
Yeah, I remember that. That was Christina. You're thinking of Winter Blues.
So, yeah, last year we didn't fish it. Me and Josh fishing in the Ohio last year. I think for the Winter Blues, and ended up having a freaking no. We were down my way.
Yeah, we were at your way on the Mississippi.
Yep.
And Jody is being a liberal in chat right now, crying that all her words mean nothing. So I figure I will, make sure that she feels special, and this is a safe place for her. She would like to say hello to Shadwick, Josh Angleberry, Jerry Pucker, and Danny Stoned.
Wow.
And yes, you're getting a piece of the bait shop with me tonight because Lyle's not here to reel me in, and I've had a headache all day. So
yeah, like that don't surprise me. Well, kind of bummed out that D's not coming up, Chad. Take it or leave it.
Well, honestly, if I would have known Buggy was coming up quicker than I found out, I might have figured out how to make some different plans. But
I'm just really hoping to get him on some fish. That's pretty. I'll be honest. That's the only reason I'm bringing the boat. Just because I want to be able to get him over to that bank so he can get on fish.
Well, the good thing too with that wind coming from the northwest, you should be able to tie off your boat up there, and the wind take it offshore instead of beating it up against the rocks.
Yep. So kind of my plan. So
I went out today to try to catch some shad, and I didn't have a whole heck of a lot of luck with it. So
I think we'll be all right. I've got about 150 of them in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, then we should be good.
I got quite a few. I think we'll be all right. And Danny has a bunch of leftover from yesterday. I gave them. And they had a fish yesterday. We did pretty good yesterday, and they weren't taking real big baits yesterday either. Had a rough start to yesterday morning. Had a triple up, lost to the absolute heartbreakers. So.
I'm telling Lyle. Oh, look at him all crying in chat.
Whew.
Hey, New Year's resolution: I'll be nicer next year. Hell,
I'm not.
You're gonna start seeing. I got old. Me and Josh, we both hit 43. We're getting on the same old man mental kick.
If people don't take you for who you are, they'll get over it.
I mean, Hey, have I ever posted a video of any of you all in chat putting together a tent?
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's how I treat my friends.
Yeah, I was finding shad today, but they were few and far between. They weren't all bunched up.
Really? We found a
You,
ton of shad Saturday.
I catch 4 or 5 here. I mean, they went Jerry.
Jerry done went and Danny'd it.
I'd catch 4 or 5 here, 4 or 5 there, and then it got down to I was catching like 1 or 2, but I think that wind had them scattered.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to bust out the 1-inch mesh. I gotta find what I did with it. We were finding them anywhere between the 3 and like 12 to 13 inches all
Oh,
together.
nice.
Oh my god. Well, it's nice, but until you have a you know, you got it.
I got them.
Okay. Until you got your bait tank in the front full of all those small ones, but and you're bringing up netfuls and you're trying to.
Oh yeah.
You got a deck full of them, but you're trying to get the medium and the large shad out, and you're trying to scrape and pull throw all the smaller ones back.
If I remember right, Jerry and I completely ran out of shad during the winter blues that one year.
Yeah,
we were up in Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah, we ran out. We ran out of everything.
We were done with everything at the end of that.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, the particular fishing, you probably could have put potato chips on the dang hook, and they would have grabbed it as big as they were in there that day.
We were putting 8-ounce sinkers on just to.
And it's still only getting 30 foot off the bank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you literally watch your line just make a big old bow. You're like, holy crap!
So did you say the wind's going to flip and you'll be casting with the wind, or you're going to
be casting with the wind tomorrow?
That'll be nice. So now you got to try not to overthrow the fish.
Well, that's going to be the thing, because we've had a week of south winds pushing everything up to that north shore, and
I'll have one of my 14-foot rods with me. I'll be able to cast a country mile if I need to. So
there we go.
Hey, squirrel!
That's the only thing I can think of that I need and I don't have laying around is some peg floats. So
I might have. I could have.
I'll run and grab some. It ain't a big deal, but I
got huge bags of peg floats that I bought.
Let's see here. What's this?
Danny can't figure the crap out. I can't believe somebody just admitted that Jerry Parker's smarter than them. Hey, Dead Sea Pirates Fishing says, Jerry, what action mad crats do you prefer when fishing a lake?
All right. I'll be honest. As far as the Mad Cat rods, I switched all over to the Nano Series rods. They are probably the most versatile rods I've ever used as far as a medium heavy. That's about all I use. They've got enough action. Josh has seen the rods now. They got enough action where you can drag baits with them, anchor fish, whatever. To the Generation 2 Mad Cat rods, the medium heavy you were good for 16 ounce of lead. The new series, the rod's way lighter, made out of the carbon technology, and it weighted up to 20 ounces of lead.
Holy cow!
Super, super sensitive tip. So that's medium heavy pretty much. Now if I was going to lake fish and using the Generation 2 Mad Cats, that's going to depend on your lake and how big a fish you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. Medium heavy is a good all-around rod for everything. But if you're dealing with like wintertime, like biting fish, I would go down to a medium action rod. Because you want that faster tip, for those lighter bites. So, and I'll be honest, heavy action, I really don't see any need for the heavy action unless you're spinning baits with like 16, 20 ounces of lead, or something like that. So.
Then while fishing outdoors, last year we filled 2 50-gallon totes and 2 coolers full of shad from small to jumbo football-sized shad.
Oh my God.
I would kill right now to get my hand on some gizzard shad. I've got all kind of thread fin. I want some big gizzard shad. That's what I'm wanting.
Hey, Danny, turn your volume up before getting into the stream.
And you might, and the other thing is, I know I've had this issue on the phone with Restream. When you first go into it, the 3 dots on the top right, you got to do like what you used to do or do in StreamYard, where you have to do open in Chrome.
Browser. Yep.
That was the issue I kept having, and I finally figured that out.
What the hell?
What? But yeah, the crates here are still loaded with gizzard shad. It's just trying to weed through what size you want.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like
put,
the great
I
big
put a
ones.
few back, but
You know, cut them into little chunks for the winter. You know, like the big, but they're bloodier and they're just a lot thicker. And they stay on the hook better.
mm-hmm.
Dang thread bend shad, you know.
Let me.
Yeah, I ended up taking and I probably caught 60 shad or so today, and I put about 36 of them because I was doing them 6 to a bag, and I vacuum sealed 6 bags. I put them in the freezer. That way, I've got them, and
look at that.
That's a good shad there.
Yeah. The only reason I'm really sharing this is because I know Uncle Lou was in here, and he will get mad at me because
I'm betting he found what happened is he found J Dog's lunchbox and opened it up, and that was in there.
No, not replay. Oh my goodness, I'm not used to that. There we go. Stop there. There we go.
Okay, one more try.
Don't be scared, Danny. Or if you have high current, I love. Well, you ain't got no current down there in the Carolinas. In that little bitty Cooper River that you claim is a river, and I don't even think it's long enough to be considered a large creek, but whatever.
What do you got going on there, Josh?
Oh, I've been pouring some lead. It's time to replenish my sinker count.
Oh.
But
I took a hard hit on my 8 and 10 ounces yesterday. I lost some hardware yesterday.
And my plastic bin that I use and keep all my sinkers in decided to, I don't know, the sun ate it up. It's decided to start cracking, but I got like 3 or 4 years out of that one, so I can't complain. So I bought another one just like it. Now it's time to get it refilled.
Where the heck is Danny at?
He's trying.
Oh, he's in the basement. Hold on, there he is. Well,
he looks like he's froze now. I see his face down here, but there he is. Oh, there! Oh goodness!
Yes, he's down here, but there he is. Oh goodness! God Almighty!
Hey, how you do this?
That's
You're killing me.
That's the first thing you see on the video.
Oh, you're killing me.
Danny's mud right in front of the camera.
No, I look skinnier than Parker when you put it like that.
Oh, Danny, you're done. I gotta kick you out.
Oh, Danny, you're done.
I dropped the video this morning. Me and Danny were fishing together, and I had a.
I dropped the video.
You guys have to watch it.
Video this morning. Me and Danny were fishing together.
Well, Danny's trying to start the camera, and his face is like.
Well, Danny's trying to.
Oh man!
Start my camera.
Now he's got some major echoes going on.
Oh man! Now he got some major echoes going on.
I don't know how Danny's getting an echo. I
don't know how Danny's getting an echo.
I can think of is he's got another screen open.
Unless he's got another screen on, because I thought his stuff went through his hearing.
Danny ought to be a pro with this. He goes live.
I mean,
I know.
If it is, then there's one heck of an echo between Danny's ears.
There's always been a big echo between his ears.
There's always been a big echo between his ears.
It does sound like a CB, Jody.
Am I in here?
Let's see. Everybody's yelling at who's on the CB. That's right. It does. Yeah.
It does.
Breaker 19. And what's weird, Josh, if you listen, watch. He's muted when I bring him up. Watch. Hey, Danny. Okay, now it's not doing it. Hold on. Hey, Danny. Can you hear us, Danny? Calling on Danny Stones. Calling on Danny Stones. So now we lost the echo. We lost Danny too. Danny. Oh, Danny boy. Danny, can you hear us? He gone. He gone.
He gone.
Oh, weird. Kevin said he still heard it.
Still learning all that stuff.
I don't know. Learning curveballs. That's right.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
yeah, who knows, man?
I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. What was I going to say, Jerry? How many people you think you got coming?
Let's see here. Well, Josh, Danny, Jello,
Buggy.
Buggy, Levi, my daughter, her boyfriend.
Whoa, what?
Oh yeah, Cheyenne's she's been with Charlie for quite a while. They bought some new Mad Cat rods and reels. They're dying to try them out. So,
All right.
let's see
We'll
who
allow
else. I think there's some other folks, but I'll be honest, I've been so busy. Danny's been like promoting the crap out of this thing, and he's been kind of keeping track of, everybody coming in. I know there's probably some more folks coming, and I've been so busy with work and everything, I ain't really had time to mess with it. So.
Chad's mirroring Jerry there.
Okay. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Whoa, I don't know what I just did now.
Well,
where'd my chat go? There we go.
But the good thing about the wind blowing the other way, it'll blow the dead geese that were dead, out into the middle of the lake. So.
Oh, God. I've heard there was a ton of them up there.
It really is not as bad as everybody's saying. There was a few, but, I was just up there for the, oh my gosh, I can't remember what the last tournament was. Name of the last tournament. The river was, I couldn't get into any of the boat ramps, so that's where we ended up going. And it really wasn't that bad,
Here. Here's your picture. Here's some bait.
Now, there may have been a couple of them actually when we got ran over, but there we go.
I'd love to have a full of those.
That's some good bait.
Look at that one on the bottom right.
Those are huge.
I bet that's a 15, 16-inch gizzard shad easy. I'm jealous.
I've got about half a dozen great big ones that put away I just got the other day. They're staying in the freezer until winter blues. No.
Just tell her I need coordinates.
Well, yeah, no kidding.
All right, here we go. We're gonna try it again. Hi, Danny. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you, Danny.
Are you muted? Did you mute yourself?
Nope, he's not muted.
Here, hold on. Let's try something here. No, he ain't muted.
Here, we'll try to guess what he's saying. Go ahead. Oh my God, I love you. I don't want a solo. There we go. Now let's make it easier. Okay. Go ahead again. I love. No, not that. Wait, we don't want to talk about that, guys.
Oh no,
okay.
we can't say that word on.
Yeah,
we
can't say that on live, Danny. Go ahead, try again. These guys are gonna kill me. Are you guys going to always be so daggone great fishermen that?
Wait a minute. I think I understood.
You gotta look at me for me to be able to read this.
Rustic is my hero.
Yes, Danny, that does look like Jerry Parker. You're right.
Actually, what I thought it was when he first. I thought it was one of them Ice Age dolls. The sloth when he pulled it up.
That squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, the squirrel. That's what it is.
Poor dog.
Wow. Benoit says biggest was 18 inches. Most of them are 13 to 6. Oh, sorry, Danny. Go ahead.
One more time.
I love you. I love these guys.
Kevin.
Tell Danny to disconnect his hearing aids, because that's what he did last time. And I think he disconnected them, and then he was able to, because it's Bluetooth or whatever. So.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, turn your Bluetooth off and try it again.
He said, Chad, you're number one. Hold on.
That's not how he would say, Chad, you're number one.
He had the wrong finger for that.
Yeah.
What's up, FOA Customs and Gear?
I believe it's isn't it Miss Nina's birthday today?
It is Nina's birthday
it is,
today.
yes.
So happy birthday to the best part of FOA, Nina. What's up, look lady? Look, he's trying to see if we can hear him. Oh my God, what a jackwagon!
It's like watching the old Charlie Chaplin movies.
Chad, do you remember that night that Lyle's sound wasn't messed up, but we were just mouthing stuff and
Yes.
made him think it was, so he turned his volume all the way up?
I do remember that. I don't know where he keeps walking off to.
He just wanders, yeah, that's...
Chad, when are you and D gonna try to get down here and get on the Mississippi with us?
That's a great question. We got to figure out what to do for vacations this year. I don't even know. The only thing I know right now that I'm even taking days off for is the Ice Bowl. But how's the river? How's the river looking right? I mean, it's probably going up right now, ain't it?
Yeah, it is rising. It's gonna level out here in about a couple of days, but then it looks like it's gonna rise again. Like next week, it's gonna come up fairly gradual, but that's gonna change. The rain. It's gonna.
Hold on, Danny.
What we got here?
Are you screwing with me? No, we are not screwing with you.
We are not screwing with you.
We cannot hear you.
We cannot hear you. You can hear us.
One more time, man.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Yes, no. This is making the show right here.
This is kind of like the longest YouTube blunder, whatever it is you want to call it.
Oh my goodness.
Ice Bowl is January 25th, I believe.
Now, where's that one at?
So that's the one that's on Kerr Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. So January 25th. I'll be heading out of here January 22nd. I'm gonna try to get out there and maybe do a little pre-fishing, a little bait fishing the 2 days before, and then whoop up on Freddie once again, like I did last year.
There you go.
But then again, I might be having somebody that can help me get bait, so I might just be able to pre-fish. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find bait. I don't want to give bait too early. But I might need to try to just go out and do nothing but bait fish this weekend and just freeze them. Last year I planned on waiting,
That's not a bad idea.
and we had that cold snap and it froze every boat ramp we had got shut down. Everything was frozen up.
Let me put my feelers out. I might be able to put you in touch with somebody down there.
Well, I might be having somebody that is coming there to fish with somebody else that thinks they're going to bring them bait, but they're going to bring me bait, and then I'm going to steal them as a boat partner right before. So I have 3 people on my boat, and that person will be sitting there twiddling their thumbs with no bait. But I definitely last year I ended up with some bait, but not much. Somebody gave me a little bit of bait, and we caught a little bit of bait, but it was so foggy last year that one of the days it was raining, and really, really foggy where you couldn't see 10 feet in front of the boat. And we went through what the guy that actually gave us some few shad. He was like, yeah, he's like, this is where I'm at. We're trying to go through the fog, and we finally hear them talking, and all of a sudden, boom, there they are right in front of us. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I hope it wasn't like that the next day when we was actually going to fish, and sure enough, it broke. All the fog went away, and it wasn't a bad day at all.
And I want to try to do a little traveling this coming year for a few spots out of state. Might be taking a trip in February, so.
Oh, really?
Possibly. So.
Well, I don't know if you ever want to meet up somewhere with me in between. We could always plan something too.
Careful, Jerry. That's a trap.
I do want to make plans with you in March as well.
March. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try to,
I need a bait. I need a good bait run.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
that'd be like the latter.
We need to do another bait run.
Usually about the latter part of March seems like when we really start getting into the skips.
Yeah.
Has been the last couple of years. Bad thing, I probably got 200 of the daggone things still in my freezer.
I could use. I am like so low on skipjack now.
I've got a ton of them put back.
I haven't been able to buy a fish, a decent fish anyway, a fish over 40 anyway, on skipjack in the last 4 months.
So, has it been that way for you down there? Like most of the year, like up here, usually summertime they switch over, and that's like the prime bait around here.
Mm-hmm.
This year, totally different. We've hardly caught when we have went out
all
fish.
the way until about July on the skips. Then couldn't buy a decent fish on skips. It was all carp and red horse suckers for me.
What do you think? What's the difference this year? You think?
The only thing I can think maybe that skipjack didn't run as hard up this in our area, section of the river, Yeah. The only thing I can figure. And I will say the shad bite, usually I never even think about even putting shad on a hook until December. But I was catching fish in late October on shad. And when we did the Top Cat Challenge, that's what I was using.
Well, see, there was days in the summertime up here that was we were doing better on shad than skipjack.
Oh yeah.
In the summertime.
I won't even, like in the summer months up here, I won't even think about using shad. It's just you'll catch your numbers, but it's not a big fish bait for me. Up here in the summer, it's not. For one thing, I mean, I can't find shad big enough in the summer, to use.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know. That maybe it's a confidence thing. I can probably count on 2 hands the number of big fish I've caught on shad in the warm months.
The closest lakes, if I want to chase cats, I could be at Barren River Lake in about 3.5 hours, and I could be down to Watts Bar in about 3.5 to 4 hours, or a little bit longer. Depends on how traffic is.
The only thing we need to get together before spring and go to that steam discharge with some light gear and do a live catching Lyle's favorite fish.
Yes, absolutely. I was talking about that place the other day. I wanted to go back down to that. And I was talking to Heath about it, trying to get him to go. I told him we could take his boat or mine, either one. So,
with that being said, though, I think we need to still get a dozen or so great big old bluegill and throw a couple live bluegill out the back while we're messing with those drum. Because warm that thing is, there's got to be some flyhead coming up in there. And
you think.
You have one.
I mean, it was, what was it? It was still 60 some odd degree water up there.
Yeah.
That day.
And the main river was, 34, 36?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was wild.
Well, I tell you what, if you guys want to get rid of them skipjack, let me know. I'll buy them for 50 cents a piece since you're trying to give them away so much.
Well, if I see you, Chad, I'll just give you
No,
everything I got.
but seriously, so here's what's weird. Like talking about
Let's
how
skip him
the
some.
skipjack. Well,
Ship
the
at
skip.
DHL.
Well, talking about how like the skipjack was like non-existent over the summertime. I've been out a handful of times in the last month, 2 or 3 times, 3 times. We have had just as much, if and other days, more bites on skipjack than the shad. That's what I don't understand. Like, why all of a sudden, when they should be
That's
switching over to
weird.
shad
That's
right now, that
usually
we're. That's why I said I'll take skipjack with me all year long, all winter long. I will always fish with it because there's days that it just happens. But right now, it seems like the smaller shad head or a whole like a 3-inch shad stepped on has been working, or little chunks of skipjack body.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't
small
understand it.
baits have definitely been the key lately. That's for sure. I know the river temperature down here, it's like 38, 36, 38 degrees.
Really,
Yeah,
we were
it's
up at 41 and a half this week on Saturday up
it's
here.
pretty brisk up here yet.
Yeah,
You know.
I would have thought you guys would be closer to us with as much water as we fill the Mississippi with.
Well, I'm upstream from the Ohio.
Oh,
So,
that's right. That's right. I forgot about
that is
that.
true.
yep, I'm getting all
Yeah.
that water coming out of the Missouri and everything else. So,
Hold on a second here. And he said, Jerry, what time do you want to meet up? Bugman is already there. You didn't tell him they locked the gate at 4 and he's trapped. He's using a dead goose for a pillow.
That's funny.
I'm gonna leave the house. I'll probably be over there about 7:30. That's probably because they didn't get
They're on their winter hours now, aren't they? 8 to 4.
Yep, 8-4. So like I said, I'm gonna have the boat to run buck band over there, and I'm gonna take a drive over the boat ramp. I want to look at the lake, and I'll make a call from there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's a little choppy, yeah, it ain't no big. That boat of mine will handle it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
I would say probably worst case if you hug that north side of the lake, you'd probably be all right.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, wife's got to work New Year's Eve, so I'm probably just gonna chill out the house. And I'm probably gonna get up early New Year's Day and go hit the river.
Yeah.
So
we got some plans tomorrow after or evening, but
Yeah.
D and I'll both be working tomorrow. So
I got to get the stream
tune
set
in.
up, but we're going to go live tomorrow night. Probably start around 8 o'clock. And nothing formal, just to hang out live and like we do every New Year's. So
well, shoot me a link, Josh. I might pop up.
I'll do that. It's going to be we'll do it like an open mic thing again, where as long as we know you, we'll pop you up.
Even wow. Yeah, I need to get me another big freezer for out in the garage. I have my little freezer out there for my bait right now, but
Yeah, we get done here tonight. I gotta go back out to the garage and finish getting the cart ready for tomorrow. I'm getting one last hoorah out of my cart. I think it's gonna be pretty well toast after that.
It's going to be like the year that I brought my cart down and didn't have any, it had flat tires.
Had flat tires on it. Nebraska Wildcats will be live on Baldwin Bash will be live on Jerry Parker's channel, Parker Pursuits.
Yep.
And then tomorrow evening we'll be live on my channel, The Weekend Angler. And probably do a pickup live tomorrow night. Just kind of Creole. No, no. I was doing breaks today and barely had time to. I think we got the stream set up at like 15 minutes before showtime tonight. So
yeah.
Bragging board next week. I haven't lost your photos. I still have them. We'll get them put on there. So
Yeah, I'm not much help. I just work and laid on the couch after. Well, I had dinner and then I laid on the couch trying to get rid of that headache.
We're gonna.
But being on screen with these ugly fellas made me feel much, much better.
Well, there you go.
Right now, my head's not hurting, so appreciate you guys.
Head like yours ought to hurt.
It hurts pretty often.
I mean, it hurts me to see it.
Damn. Danny talking about.
What's Danny saying? No kissing.
I don't know what he's talking about.
There ain't no telling, but he's
I don't know.
he's your baby at the Baldwin Bass, Jerry.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I can just see them two cuddling now.
Danny tomorrow. Danny is the official chat reader.
Oh man.
Leave it up to him to read chat.
I'll say I hope you guys aren't going to be using Restream because he'll won't ever be able to get into it.
Well, he did really good yesterday. That chat was flying. You know, we were fishing and chat was flying. He did a pretty good job keeping up. You know?
I didn't get to catch any of that yesterday. I woke
Well,
up and
it started out like absolute gangbusters yesterday morning. We got there early. We went on right before we went on stand day.
yeah.
And I had my rod set up, and Danny had just showed up. I showed up about 10 minutes before Danny did. Danny's coming down the bank. I got my rod set up, and I'm talking to him. All she starts screaming at me, turn around, turn around. I turn around, and one of my 16-footer, my 14-footer rather, it's like completely bent over like a horseshoe. Trying
Wow.
to get the field off of it. I grab it. I'm fighting that fish, and it's a big, big fish. And I'm leaning back. I'm fighting the thing. All of a sudden, one of my 12-footers, wham, just folded in half. Then I reach down, I reel down on it, and I accidentally hit the freeze pole. But Danny runs over there. He grabs the rod. He starts reeling, so he's fighting that fish. Then I got a rod over here. It gets hit, and that was just a dink, but it gets hit. It gets hooked up. And I'm fighting that fish, and it's the only dadgum reel I have a braid because it's a spinning reel.
Mm.
And Josh knows where I was fishing at, Tower Rock. And there was a bunch of limestone and granite out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that fish was pulling so hard, ripping drag. And that braid hit that rock. And when that rod broke, I almost fell on my butt. So, but then Danny still got that fish. We ended up getting that fish in. That was a 33-pounder. So we ended up catching quite a few yesterday, nothing real big. I think the biggest one was like a 22-pounder. So
Yeah, we
Ain't nothing wrong with
put
them.
it on for a bit when you guys first went live, and then we had to run down to Paducah to get the brake pads and rotors and stuff. So,
like I said, we got all that pandemonium on video, and I dropped that video this morning for anybody wants to check it out. So
I can go look at that.
I was about to say I had to go look for that because I was already thinking I need to go check that live out and see what happened there because I was asleep a lot yesterday.
Mhm.
Yeah. Besides going up to the store and spending way too much freaking money.
Well, yeah.
Christmas was man, and we really didn't do that much for gifts this year.
We didn't
We kind
either.
of said, hey, we're just gonna get each other a few things, and we're gonna do another big family vacation this year. We'll just save our money for that, So we're thinking about doing Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So
Let's see. Okay. Make sure I ain't missing anything over here. Well,
I was trying to convince my wife just to let you go to Louisiana for a week.
Absolutely.
It's not working out too well.
Buggy, that's definitely got to happen tomorrow night.
oh, he's hanging out with Buggy. Buggy's a hoot. I like him, man. Like I said, I'd have loved to have been able to come down and hang out with you tomorrow. Not the rest of you, but him. But we're gonna make some things happen here in 2025. Buggy and I have talked a little bit. He's gonna come fishing with me a little bit.
Well, if you need to get your butt down here, we'll get you on a PB Blue Cat.
Dude, I'd love to be able to figure out some time to come down there.
Well,
maybe in the summer, but probably not the springtime because I don't know if I'd want to be on that river ever during the springtime. But
well, I've got springtime spots a guy can hit that you'll be all right. Like in the spring, like Donna's gonna tell the Kaskaskia and the River Mississippi is up.
Oh, yeah.
The Kaskaskia right there where it empties in. Oh, it can be fire. It can be
really,
fire.
I'm wanting to go up there and try my hand fishing upstream at the Kaskaskia.
It's tough, man.
Is it?
that you can literally, when you look at your graph, it looks like a freaking barren wasteland. They
See,
dredged this several years ago. There's like,
but it just seems like that upstream side of that dam should be good for flathead at certain times of the year. But
now you get up around Evansville, that's a different story.
okay.
There's all kind of structure. Then you get up, you start to get up towards like Carlisle Lake. It is the most flatheadiest looking. I mean, there's just log jams everywhere.
Huh.
And there is a boat ramp below Carlisle Spillway, below the river trestle, that you can get in there and fish. And the blues are starting to get a little size on them because I don't know if it was the one that came out of the lake or one that came out of up the Caskie. But I was up here in August and I caught a 50-pounder right below the spillway.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Man, I'm hoping for great things in 2025, fellas. You got me excited. So I'll tell the wife right now. Figure out where's my there we go. D. What's my wife's name? There she is. Okay. Figure out when we're going to the Mississippi. Boom. Text has been sent. That way I don't forget about it, and she can't say I didn't ask her.
Danny said you're lying to me, Jerry. He said it's all gar. I think that's the only thing I've ever caught behind Carlisle Spillway was a gar.
Oh, we went up there, me and a buddy of mine. I caught that big one, caught another one around 20, caught 2 small flatheads, a couple old channel cat, and we were catching the snot out of big old giant Asian carp on jigs. They were like grabbing the jig.
Really?
And that was a hoot. On ultralight gear, that was an absolute blast.
Oh,
but I'm going to go, probably, I'm going to say February, March, Cassie comes up. There's a spot where there's some rapids below the spill, about mile down from the spillway. I think those big hybrid stripers are going to get in there. And so I'm going to spend some time chasing them things a little bit this spring.
That's something else I'd like to take D down here to Lake Cumberland. We have some monster striper. I don't know if you've seen the ones that they catch out of the Cumberland River.
My mom and dad lived in Kentucky for a while, so yeah, I'm well familiar. They used to fish there.
Up on the main lake where they've dammed it off, there's a big. I mean, it's the biggest lake in Kentucky, Lake Cumberland. There, they have some awesome striper charter fishing and stuff like that too. But they have some really really big striper down there, really big ones.
They're tough to get on, but over in Josh's neck of the woods, Cedar Lake has got some giant stripers in it, but they're tough to figure out.
Oh God, Cedar Lake has some massive flathead in it too.
That's what I've heard.
They're over there by the dam.
Well, there's a nice bluff wall over there. I think could be really good.
I've always wanted to go into, and we could do a whole show on Cedar Lake, but I've always wanted to go around that back side of that, and there's little Cedar Lake back behind it. But you got to drag, like you have to go out in a kayak because you'd have to drag it up over that little spillway.
You just gave me an idea for a show, Josh. We'll talk about it after this.
Oh, there we go.
It could be show. It could be shows.
I have a video on my kayak in Cedar Lake bass fishing, and it's been a few years back.
Yeah, I haven't been on Cedar in a couple of years. I need to go back to it.
It's phenomenal. It's a great bass lake.
It's a fun lake.
I bet you've got a ton of views on that video from Lyle.
Oh yeah, he's watching it over and over. How come it says Google doesn't support Restream every time I try to get in there? I do not know because I use Google Chrome to get in Restream all the time.
Well, StreamYard was always Safari.
Oh, I forgot you're an iPhone guy.
Yeah, we don't do iPhone, but you know, it's cool.
Well, that's my.
Hey, Skip, what's going on, buddy?
Mark.
What's up, Mark? Did you read that to Jerry yet? I'd like to enlist Jerry Parker to come fish the banks of the Cooper River and show me where these fish are because he believes it's Jerry and not the Mississippi.
What was that now?
Kevin wants to bank fish the Cooper.
And show him where the fish are, because he
Where
doesn't
the
believe
fish
it's just
are.
he doesn't believe it's just the Mississippi, that it's all about you and how great you are. I don't know what he's sucking up for. But
Well, I mean, all honestly, most every river system is kind of similar. Just got to read the water, you know.
apparently, I don't know how to read. I'm from Kentucky, though. That doesn't surprise me.
Well, you're fishing lakes, so that's a little hard to read your surface, so you know.
You ain't kidding. I'd love for you to come up here and see what we deal with.
Well, we're getting a first-hand taste of it, bud, because we, the commercial fishermen, they're actually parking on the Grand Tower side over there, and they are hitting us. They're hitting us really hard down here.
Well, see, and that's the thing. We were talking about it this weekend. Me and my buddy Bill. We're the closest central point. Our pool. We have a 90-mile pool, right, from dam to dam, and we are the center point to right below all in Kentucky and Ohio to all of those big pay lakes like Catfish Paradise and all that,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So we were the first one that were just annihilated.
Well, I ran into a commercial. It's been about a month ago. I ran into him. Actually, I came around the corner of a dike, and it's a wing dike. It's kind of breaking, and Josh has been there with me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I came around that corner of that dike. All of a sudden, my boat just locked up, died. And I'm like in the main current seam. I'm like, what in the crap? Trimmed up. There's a net all watered up in my motor. All of a sudden, here comes out of the corner of that dike. Here comes a big old flat bottom. He come like, oh man, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. I said, first of all, why I want your nets marked? He's like, well, I didn't think anybody messed me. He said, dude, there's a lot of guys, you know, fishing out here, you know, this time of year. Well, I didn't see anybody. I said, well, so what if, you know, you wouldn't have been around? That'd been a bad situation.
Yeah,
Well,
especially in that kind of a river, you get somebody killed quick.
oh yeah. So I was like, all right, so what are you targeting? Well, a little bit of everything, you know. So are you targeting catfish, big catfish? He goes, and he's kind of looking at me, you know, kind of, I guess, trying to size me up. It's like, well, no, not really. It's all right. But then I got to looking at one of his tanks. Now, typically, a commercial fisherman, they'll have 2 boxes on their boat, and it's just dry storage. You throw your fish in there, and that's where he had a tank on there that had a big aerator system.
Mm-hmm.
It was full of water. And I said, well, what's that for? Well, it's just a backup. Well, all right, well, you need to get me out of your nest. Well, I'm gonna look, it's gonna take me a while. I said, no, it's not. I got my big old machete base. I just stepped off the back of the lower unit, and I just went to cutting. I got out of there, so I went out around the dike, and me and my buddy Levi was with me. We pulled on the back of that dike, and we climbed up, and we watched him, and we called the Illinois game ward. We already know the Missouri game ward. I've already been working with him, you know, when we did Tufts upper stream. We watched that guy put probably at least a dozen fish, 30 to 50 pounds in that live box. So,
but I mean, you were blocked off behind the wing dike, right? You weren't out near the current or anything like that.
Well, it's a big L dike, and there is a big, massive current seam that runs down that, and there's a big break. So there's a lot of current coming through there. And it's a really unique hole because the tip of that thing, there's almost 70 to 80 foot of water on the end of it. Then you come up into a flat. That's about 15, 20 foot deep for about 100 yards. Then it drops back off to 50, 60 foot of whole water right against the dike. In the wintertime, that's the money spot. And that's where he was concentrating all his efforts.
Well, see, but what I'm saying, though, is had that got caught in your prop just right and it spun you facing downstream and that current coming over the back of your boat, you're
It'd been real
screwed.
bad. Yeah. So, I mean, there were a few choice words said, you know.
I bet. And they were well deserved.
But it's just, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. So.
Friend, we are downstream, but keep Chad's out of here.
Oh, yeah, Freddie said you've been polluting the water.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie that saying I don't pee in it, or and occasionally it's even worse. Occasionally I put my feet in the water.
Let's see.
Well,
Let's see. Yeah.
Parker, appreciate you jumping up and
Yeah, like I
hope
said, you're like I was on my way
info,
home,
man.
and you shot me a message, and I said, "Well, give me enough time because I was still on my way home. I had to shower up. I was covered in oil and sawdust and everything else. So I need to." So.
Well, we was talking about some things, me and some other people the other day, and you have the Baldwin Bash. Granted, it's it's a small venue of people that go. We've had the Mendota trip where we've had groups of people that have went. I know that I've went to one in the Ohio meet and greet. There's the gathering down in Tennessee, and just really trying to make better use of these to get some better things out of from the community to get more people you know into catfishing to get them people together because I mean I think we've all seen it in this we're not always going to agree with everybody, we're not always going to get along, but this type of camaraderie is really good for the fishing industry and getting people together to build stuff up. And I think it is something that we need to continue in the future and keep having different stuff throughout the areas of the U.S. Not everybody's going to be able to do all the trips and spend all the money to make them all, but the more
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get within that radius to come to these things, the better, right? I think it's a really good thing to have going. So I hope
Well,
people will tune into your channel and watch tomorrow. It's a lot of fun.
I've said it before. I've said it a bunch of times. When I started YouTube, I actually started it because like my little granddaughter was just getting ready to be born. My daughters are just kind of something they could remember me by, and I didn't think it was going to turn into what it did. It's turned into like a whole life changing deal, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to meet me, so
Well, I've made some incredible friends on the YouTube,
absolutely,
which I call family, you know.
yeah.
And it's just, and of course, the whole catfishing thing, you know, like when I first started YouTube, I did everything, but more the last couple few years, it's been more, pretty much all about the catfishing, you know. And that alone has turned into like way more than I ever thought it would, you know.
Well,
So
buddy, I tell you, I'll say it once, and I'll say it probably in the rest of my life until I meet somebody better. But out of everybody I've gotten to meet out of this industry, and this is not knocking anybody whatsoever, the best all-around fisherman that I know is you.
I
Now, I'm not talking
appreciate
about catfishing. I'm talking about fishing,
that.
period.
I
So,
appreciate that, brother.
and I know some great fishermen out
Yeah,
there. So,
I ain't no kidding.
but I appreciate you seriously for joining us. And, Danny, thanks for trying. Hopefully, one of these days that phone
We'll
won't
see
kick your butt.
everybody in the morning. So,
Well,
Make sure
hopefully
you guys
Lyle
tune. Yeah,
shakes her up and he's back soon. Cause
we'll see. I heard. Well, see what I had heard happen was this is what I heard. He was really good. His belly was full of milk and cookies. He landed at the North Pole. He stepped off the sleigh, and that flipping vixen took a big old dump. And he stepped in it and slid, and
yeah, outwind is back.
out went his back. And
Yep.
what are you gonna do? But anyway, seriously though, everybody, please be safe tomorrow night, or if you're out on the water on New Year's Day, or if please be safe
If you
if you're not
don't have to
driving.
go anywhere tomorrow night, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, and make sure you guys tune into Parker Pursuit's YouTube channel tomorrow for the Baldwin Bash. Uh, we'll see you next week. We have the drawing to see who
Next week we will be
is
drawing for the January Top Cat.
top cat.
So
So
if you haven't signed up for that one, you can do so over at the Catfish Weekly Facebook page. There's an official sign up post there.
this will be what the fourth. That'll be the fourth one.
fourth
This will
one.
be the fourth one, yes.
And I believe Jerry is still leading that.
Jerry is still leading it at the moment. So,
And then we have a tie for second place now. So,
yeah, that's true.
all right. Thanks everybody for watching. We will see you guys and gals next week.